This is it. This is the introduction, okay?
Ooh, are we gonna is that gonna be a thing?
Is it right?
Okay, like idea. You're not stopping it, are you?
No, I can totally just go ahead.
Oh, you can just put it wherever.
I just put the intro in, and then
Here we go.
And if you want to talk over it, you can do whatever you want to.
Oh, I like this. Super official.
Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, it's the show.
This is my show.
It's Rusty's show. We're on it.
Thanks for tuning in. Here it comes again.
I came earlier.
You want to? All right, everyone. Here we are.
That was so magical. Like the rest of this podcast, you're just gonna go. That was the highlight.
Downhill in a bad way. All right, joining me for today's podcast is David Cerezo.
Hi.
Am I saying that right?
No.
Cerezo?
Cerezo. There you go.
Okay,
Is that
I never
really
knew
it?
that.
It's better than that than Cerezo. Cerezo.
Well, if I'm joking, I say chorizo, but
Chorizo.
Cerezo. I never knew that.
Cerezo. Yeah.
Cerezo.
I don't ever. I
would
don't
it
really
be-
say your name very often, so I mean. You know. And then also we have Josh Johnson.
Mr. Jensen. That's what they call me.
How Johnson are
That's
you?
what my dad's friends call me. They call me
Josh?
Mr. Wait, no. Why would they call me that? They call me Squirt.
What?
What?
It is Johnson. I mean, I'm sure you squirt. a
Ask
lot.
me what my middle name is.
What's your middle name?
It's big. It's a big name.
JBJ. And Holloway.
And I'm Rusty Holloway.
Ooh. You guys know this guy?
Holloway.
It's his escape pod.
This is the pod.
Now, is it the
Right there?
one that those two stormtroopers took?
Wait, what?
Because I hope so.
What?
Because you know
Starship
the
Troopers?
story. I really wish I was more knowledgeable about this.
About Star Wars?
About this particular thing about
Oh.
Star Wars. There's a whole conspiracy that there were two people that took the escape pod before Leia did, and were able to make it to what was that first planet? Was it Alderaan? That it?
Alderaan? I
And
thought
it-
it was Mordor.
Yeah, Mordor.
Okay,
That's it.
Mordor.
So,
Okay,
so they
good,
were
good,
on
good,
Mordor.
good. Oh,
but
my
the
God.
whole thing is that they're everywhere. They're always in the background of everything that's going on in Star Wars. Like Han Solo kills Boba Fett.
Han
in,
Solo.
in
Boba
the
Fett.
Rancor. Is it the Rancor pit? What's that pit?
The
Sarlacc.
What?
Sarlacc pit.
Oh, I thought
right?
it said Sauron rack.
The Solemn rack. What's that?
What are we doing?
That's what happens whenever I start talking about something I don't know
Crossover
about.
series or something?
Yeah. So they're always like hiding out. So they're the good guys, but they're always like in the background of scenes, like dressed up as stormtroopers and shit. Like, okay, a good example is when they're running past, when they get out of the trash pit or whatever, and they get into the main part of the ship.
Almost got
And they're running
squished.
past-
That dystopian looking fucking planet?
They're on the trash junker or whatever that is. When the walls are closing in on them, and there's that worm.
I mean,
in
there's
the-
always walls closing everywhere.
Oh well,
you know.
it was the first walls. So they get out in the main part of the ship. I think they're on the Death Star because it's the New Hope.
Oh, I
So
thought it
it's
was
the very fourth movie. The very fourth
very
movie.
fourth
I'm
movie.
so lost.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with the movies that well.
You
but
know what? I'm
but
getting
but
confused
all
with
of
The
it
Force
sounds
Awakens.
Very wrong.
Oh man, I haven't even seen that, man. So they're just in the main thing, right? It's like the Death Star, right? And they're trying to get to shut it down, right? They're trying to figure out how to shut it down.
Get the shut it
And
down.
they're able to run past all the stormtroopers. Like the ones that they run past, and they just so happen to be turned around, are the good guys. Like they're actually good guys. They're rebels in stormtrooper costumes.
Oh.
Yeah, but you
I
don't
think
know
it-
that. They don't
So
talk
that's a-
about
right,
that in
that's
the
a
movie.
theory,
It's just
right?
a theory.
Okay.
Yeah, and their names are like Jack and Dax.
How do
shit.
you disprove
Jack and
that?
Dax.
I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
that sounds pretty plausible,
I
right?
think it's about as real as anything gets.
Jack and Dax?
No, that's a video game. Jack
Oh.
and Daxter.
Oh.
You remember that you play it on
Wah,
like
wah, wah.
Conker's Bad Fur Day in 64? Remember those? No?
I played too much guitar.
You played guitar instead of video games?
Loser.
I had to get good some way. Somehow.
That's why I don't skateboard.
Do you guys know what day it is today?
Is it the
4th of July.
Ooh, that's the one.
We're recording this here today on July 4th, 2019 on America's 243rd birthday.
243rd?
Is that right?
1776. Let's do the math. 77, 78, 70.
I saw someone online that says, happy birthday on your 2019
Oh yeah,
birthday, America.
Happy 2019
I believe
birthday.
that was Mr. Ethan.
Is it? Are we gonna count down at midnight? Is that what we do?
It was funny as fuck.
Count down at midnight for the fireworks show. When I was driving home from work yesterday, there were like planes doing stunts. and
Whirlies?
shit. Yeah, whirly burlies. Yeah,
Whirly
it
birds?
was neat. And I was like, I just want to go home. Like I've been so busy. I'm just like, man, I need some peace and quiet. I gotta go home. But I'm looking at these planes, I'm looking at the fireworks. I'm like, man, am I making the right decision? do I need to be out here tonight? No. The brain wants what it wants.
Yeah.
And it needed a fucking hit of dabs.
Ooh.
It needed a nice, big, strong lump of concentrated oil.
Wow.
It was so
Dabby.
Dobby.
Isn't that thing's name? Dobby or is it Dobby?
Dobby. I
Dobby.
think.
Dobby?
Dobby. From Harry Potter?
Dobby. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's pretty good. I've probably seen 4 to 8.
That's all
wasn't,
you need
there
to
wasn't
see.
8. I think
I
there
don't
was 7.
remember. I feel like I've
There was
only
8.
seen a few.
There was 8?
8 was a two-parters. There's 9.
Let's still be like that.
That's it. That's it.
Like that. Does he speak like that? Mr. Harry Potter?
You know what you have to do? I don't know anything. I also don't know. I'm about to talk about something else I don't know about.
Hell yeah.
But that house troll, what is it? What is he? A house troll, house gnome, house elf? House elf.
I don't know.
Right, Dobby? You have to give him a sock or an article of clothing. I apologize. An article of clothing to free him.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So he's in servitude.
Here's my boxers.
So like the entire
Bye.
if you hand him a piece of clothing, then he's like, I can be free. And Harry tricks him.
I'm free.
He's what's his faces? He's the long white hair guy.
Gandalf.
The Death Eater dude.
Oh, you think
Draco's-
Sauron.
Yeah, Sauron.
No, that's white. guy.
Saruman.
White Gandalf.
Saruman.
Not
I was
not
gonna
gray.
say
Chris
or
Lee.
Whatever.
Chris Lee.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, he had that death metal band.
Oh, dude.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Have you
No.
heard it?
No, I did not.
Dude, straight
actually.
up.
Wait,
Straight
was it death metal?
It was like blackened death metal. Yeah, it was dope.
It was a great voice to do that.
Mm-hmm. Was he
Oh.
operatic? I think
Speaking
he was
of
an operatic singer.
voices, I'm kind of pissed off of the Lion King movie.
Ooh, why?
Why? What's his fucking name in the original Lion King? The one who did Scar. He's not.
Tim Curry?
No.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
That'd
it's
be
Tim
kind of
Curry.
cool though.
That's him.
Yeah, that's the guy.
But the Scar voice. I mean, Earl Jones. Obviously, you gotta have Earl Jones play as.
He was
Mufasa.
Scar?
No, but he was
Oh,
Mufasa.
yeah.
But Scar voice. What's his name? Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, that's it.
He's not.
king.
He's not gonna be Scar. It's like, god damn.
That's
It's
not.
gonna be live action, high quality CGI. Live
So
action.
I remember when that movie came out, the big thing was that antelope scene, the stampede, and they were talking about the computer animation involved, and that one scene took like a year to render, or multiple years or something, because there were so many.
It was made
Figures
in
on that.
89.
Is it that old, really? Oh,
Yeah, and it took 15 years to render. Or what? When did it come out? Early 90s?
92, 3.
yeah, somewhere around
Is that
there.
it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I remember seeing it in theaters. I saw
Heck, I
Mufasa
don't
die
know.
I saw it in theaters too.
as a kid.
Did you cry like a baby?
Everyone
was
was dead silent.
harrowing.
That's for
Dude,
fucking
that is-
sure.
Yeah.
That is very sad.
It was all the parents wondering if they should have brought their kids to that movie.
When was the first color movie?
Well, Fantasia was colored. That's
That
for
was
sure.
color.
Snow White was 48.
48.
48.
48. Okay.
Earliest. As
Was
far
that the
as
first one? The first movie?
Snow White? There was multiple Snow White movies.
No, I mean the
What?
first Disney movie.
There was
First
7.
animated
Okay.
Disney
7
movie.
dwarf movies.
Early,
Or was it Sleeping Beauty? There's 7 dwarf movies. I can't think. Well, like when did Casablanca come out? Is that Frankly, My Darling, I Don't Give a Damn? Is that one?
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn.
I
42.
have no idea.
That was 42?
that was earlier.
Shit, and that's black and white.
You know, I don't know why I was thinking Bambi was older than Snow White.
Who's Bambi?
Bambi was pretty old.
Bambi was 42. What the fuck?
Wait,
She's old
42.
as hell.
Wait a second. How does that make
The
sense?
interwebs is either lying to me or
I don't get it.
the way.
There's been so many numbers and movies I don't even know about.
Snow White's all like, hey, 48. It's the first one. Bambi, 42. It doesn't count.
All right, I'm done with this. Let's. I'm gonna. We're
I gotta redirect.
we're gonna
this
shift
train.
gears real quick
Okay.
here.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do some basics real quick. Here.
All right, let's talk
All right.
about our undercarriages.
No, no.
I was really hoping to get
Is
into that.
that, is that this?
All right, I'm gonna start with David. What is your age, and what do you currently do for a living?
I'm 35 years old,
Okay.
and I do tech support. At the same time, I do software testing to make sure that the software works properly, make sure it's not buggy, make sure it's running properly, give it to our beta testers out there, report back any issues they report, and try to make it better with developers.
So you are the last step of the coding process, testing the application before the beta testing.
Yes, like I try to make sure that it's it's usable and not buggy, and then
Okay.
send it to the beta testers because we gotta have good data from the customer if the workflow
So that
it works properly and
technically-
accordingly.
Does that make you like the first beta tester that also has coding
Technically,
skills?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I don't
Or-
have any coding skills at all.
Oh, you
But-
lay back.
I try to break it as
So
much
you
as
are
I
the
can.
first beta tester. You're like the
Yeah.
chief beta tester with a higher profile, like a higher rank.
And I support it
King.
at the same time too, and make documentation for it so that customers can follow it properly and
Dope.
whatever.
What is the software? Like what kind?
It's mostly OCR, so that's optical character recognition. So and it's mostly for the medical side of the
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
of
cool.
the industry. So whenever you go to any medical clinic out there, you probably hand them your ID, your insurance card.
Never.
We scan it in, and instead of them typing it down, manually, they'll use a scanner and a software like ours, and it will extract that data off that card and input it into all those fine little fields inside their medical practice software or EMR. And
So I'm filling out all this paperwork for nothing.
you're doing it properly. You always got to have some kind of physical paperwork.
Makes sense. I was actually a real person, really in the office, and
Listen, when it comes to data and everything, electronic data is awesome, but it's nice to have some good old fashioned paper and pen
Yeah.
data.
Man,
Sure.
you ain't lying. I was thinking about that today. I'm using all this task management software, and I was just thinking, what if, like, I'm getting away from writing stuff down? That's the whole point.
I wouldn't.
But what happens when the power goes out, when the grid goes down?
you don't know how to write anymore.
We're
'Cause
done.
You haven't been written anything in a while.
Well, I was thinking of a situation in which the power or the internet could be down, like, for a bit, but then I would also be in the same mind frame where I would still be, like, working off the same list. Like, I don't think that would happen. I think if the power goes out, then I got bigger problems. I'm not really worried about, like, oh, got to pick up the yard, like, you know?
Yeah. I forgot I was supposed
I had
to
a
mow
task
because
due on
the
Friday.
power was out. I didn't know. Okay, so now that brings us to Josh. What is your age and
hey,
what is
guys.
your current profession? What do you do for a living?
Oh, man, I am 32, and I'm one of those professional cuddlers.
Oh, yeah.
You can give me money, and I'll cuddle the fuck out of you.
Oh,
No, that's bullshit. I am a sound engineer. I work in music. I make stuff at my house and for bands, and I do live sound. I work for a wedding band.
do you do porn?
I would in a heartbeat. I mean, yes, I do porn.
Don't do porn. Do hentai.
Just yeah, do hentai.
Do hentai.
As a lot
Just be a
live
cartoon.
person. Let me just be a cartoon. I like to watch like trolls, fucking like little fairies, right? That's actually called tentacle porn. Still, the fuck. I don't want to say. I don't care about tentacles, but technically that's tentacle porn. I guess I like tentacle porn. Wow. Yeah. So you can edit that out,
No, that's the.
or you can leave it in. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not
there might be
ashamed.
some tweaking. We'll see how this whole thing turns out.
Listen, I'm gonna go back to the porn over here,
Okay, go
especially
ahead. Go
hentai.
ahead.
Oh man.
I've always
Okay.
wanted to be like a hentai actor or actress.
Oh,
for that
okay.
matter. Like, are those actually guys playing as girls?
No,
Voicing the girls?
no. No, it's the same. I think it's the same stuff. And then you have, yeah, it's just boys and
Voiceover.
girls. Yeah, it's just doing the voice. They're just voiceover actors. Like, have you ever watched like how the Dragon Ball Z dudes go in? Like, they have to go in and they have to like literally lay down like 2,000 lines like a day or something. And they're like hoarse by the end of it.
How many?
It's like that.
You have to do that.
Yeah, it's like, can I get that again, but a little bit more on top? You know, a little bit
No,
of.
not like
I need
that.
some more color.
Rusty uses the same fucking mouse I use.
You have that too, that Logitech.
Oh, I love that thing.
I
I'm
tried.
still not used to it.
Oh, I
I'm
love
not
it.
used to the thumb
I gave
roll
up.
there.
Back when I was getting to computers, I had one of those, and I just fell in love with it.
So yeah, porn would be fun.
So what do you want? Something a little silly? You want something kind of serious?
I can do either. I'm definitely gonna be silly no matter what. you
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
This was
I feel
probably
like
gonna
that
be-
will be all around.
Yeah.
Which is
But
totally.
that's just
fine.
me.
It's totally fine.
Well, so what I've been thinking about this whole week
Just tell me
is
what you've been thinking
what
about.
what brought this into the foreground, like going, hey, let's do a podcast together.
I can tell you that. If
What
you
was
remind
that?
me. It's
Mhm.
because you and I were at our mutual friend's wedding, and we were having a natural conversation about anything fuckery.
It was an insane conversation.
It was an insane
That's
conversation.
What it was.
And the fact that we're having a natural conversation right now too shows that how much we're comfortable with each other, and not afraid of what we're speaking to, any topic for that matter.
Yeah, for our viewers out there, 2 out of us 3 are not wearing pants.
There's no viewing.
There's no pants
You
at all.
you can guess who's
There's
wearing
no-
their pants.
Like Rusty's wearing a awesome banana
Skirt.
hammock right now. That it's bright yellow.
But I took a picture of this.
You took a picture.
It's not going to match it. Oh, well, I guess we could have
Don't
just
post
taken
it.
our
Just
pants
don't post
off.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you took the
Underneath,
other.
We had the.
I'm
banana.
imagining
Well,
you
that
right
was
now.
much earlier. much earlier. Many
This is
hours
how it
ago.
started. All right, I'm gonna just go right on in right here, and I'm gonna go in.
Yes.
I'm gonna go into it.
Let's go in elbow deep.
Okay, David, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm.
This is a normal part of the conversation because I was going to ask you regardless of a podcast. Vertigo.
hmm
How have you been doing with that? And can you elaborate your symptoms and what you were experiencing?
So I'll give a story behind the vertigo situation so that people know me a little bit more.
I'm not familiar with your vertigo.
Who are you?
situation, so-
So the way I got vertigo, likely that it was just a genetic thing. I experienced a vertigo situation when I was doing a stage handling job. I was a stagehand for an audio company, and we would set up a stage with lights,
Cameras and action.
All of it.
lights, tripods, truss rods, all that shit.
Yeah.
Trust
For private events and for like big fancy weddings and shit like that.
We've lost Josh.
So the way the vertigo started when I went to a concert, I was headbanging a lot. It was a local show event in Dallas, and I was doing just fine. Then one day or one night, once I got home, I crashed on my bed, and for that split second, I felt this kind of like immediate dizziness. But I assumed that's probably because I was just tired, maybe a little buzzed, whatever. And so I went to bed. I woke up in the morning and experienced, like I normally do, I kind of like quickly sit up on the bed. And felt this immediate fucking vertigo or dizziness in general.
Okay.
And it was kind of like rotating clockwise. But it kept on resetting itself and it rotated again.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So it was that constant thing. And when I started stand up, my balance was just completely off.
Really?
Completely
Did you
off.
actually fall down or?
No, I
just,
did
like,
not.
close?
There are some people who obviously can't balance to the point where they actually just fall down.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't that severe, but it was enough to like make me nauseous.
Mm.
Yeah, I think one of my cousins had it or had some episodes in the past. So I've never heard of
Right.
it except for that. And
So-
then you mentioning it.
Right. So, and this happened early this year. And finally, I had to call a doctor because it wasn't going away the next day or the following day. So I made an appointment, and that weekend, my mother actually was visiting me because I unfortunately had gone through a divorce prior to that. So she was just visiting me to, be, good company.
Yeah.
And I felt, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but scared to, inform her of this situation because I knew that she's already worried. She was already worried for me emotionally and everything for my well-being. So, but I had to tell her I needed to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I told her, and that's when she told me, really, I used to have vertigo around your age.
But she doesn't anymore?
Thanks, Mom.
She does, not as severe, but she had a few episodes in the past that it was severe. Nowadays, it's not anymore. But you get slight little dizziness here and there. So she took me to my doctor because I felt that I wasn't fit to drive.
Wow. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be all getting dizzy.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
We go over there, and my doctor said basically it could have been hydration. So we making sure I was drinking water. And I'll probably admittedly say that I probably wasn't drinking as much water as I should be. But there's so many symptoms. There's so many different ways of tackling that we're trying on the basic things first before we assume and suggest a specialist. And so, drinking water for a week did not help. Headbanging, the other thing is like it could be your headbanging. And when it comes to headbanging, it could be these crystals that are inside your eardrum that could have been dislodged. And there are these tubes around the eardrum too that circulate that equilibrium balance, whatever type of thing.
Yeah.
And it could have blocked one of those tubes in there. And because of that, it could have fucked up the entire balance of your entire body, whatever type of thing.
Dude, that's weird.
So yeah,
How often was it happening?
that was the first of 2 or 3 extreme incidents that it just happened out of nowhere. So
What was the duration of the incident?
It took a couple days for the first one to actually calm down.
What?
Whoa.
A whole couple days? You were just dizzy nonstop?
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa.
Pretty much.
Dude, that's bad.
And
sounds
then
bad.
when I thought that the hydration was helping and everything, I was grocery shopping, thinking that everything was good. And right when I was leaving the grocery store, I felt this. I was just whipping my hair, adjusting my hair, whatever, and I finally felt that vertigo instantly.
Yeah.
And I had to like grab onto the cart and just like hold on to it because I was
Ride it.
not right at all.
Yeah.
Now, how long did that one last?
I made it. I lived really close by, so I had to drive home with the groceries.
And you were just dizzy the whole time?
I was dizzy and I had to like just stay home.
God. You said you got nauseous? Did you have to
The second time I didn't felt nauseous. So the first time, yeah, I was nauseous, but I didn't get to the point where I was puking.
And at that point, with the second incident, you were just hydrating.
I was just hydrating the entire time because we assumed, or we were testing to see if it was just hydration. But obviously that incident, once that happened, it's like, nope, it's not hydration. Went back to the doctor and it's like, okay, let's try one more week, whatever, and we'll suggest you to go to a specialist. And it didn't make really much of a difference at all. Finally went to the specialist. And sure enough, I mean, classic BPPV or something, BBV. It's
PPPP.
It's
triple BP.
it's basically a classic case of vertigo.
Damn, crazy.
And I remember prior to going there, there was a maneuver that you can do in order to resolve that. Oh, by the way, before the whole maneuver, I was suggested, taking these pills, anti-dizziness pills, but it didn't do anything for me. If anything else, it made it, made me feel groggy and shit like that.
Yeah, I can
So-
see that.
Too many side effects.
Right. So the doc suggested something that I knew that I read up that I should have done. It's called the Ep4 maneuver. And the Ep4 maneuver is basically, it's a proven maneuver that anyone can do. That if you start off by standing up on like a bed or anything like that, platform, whatever.
Standing up.
Standing
up.
sitting. Stand sitting.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You're sitting up,
I'm shitting
and
up.
you move 45. You move 45 degrees to your right, wherever wherever
Like
you feel.
a sprinkler.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Like a solid straight back, sitting down, and you're starting at the from one side.
Yeah. You sit down, you're standing up, you turn 45 degrees wherever the issue is happening, or both, on whichever eardrum. In this
Okay.
case, it was my right. And then I immediately dropped down.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And then at that moment, I felt that motion again.
Yeah.
That twirling motion. And then eventually it will go away.
Uh-huh.
And then I slowly move my head to the other side, 45 degrees. And then get back up.
Dude, that's so weird. Okay, because I've been itching the whole time. I don't want to
No.
say like, oh yeah, I know
So-
exactly what you're talking about. I
so-
get that too, but I'm doing that I didn't know I was doing a maneuver, but I get it when I do that. Like when I'm lifting weights, I'm doing like a bench press.
Oh.
And I turn my head to the left and I lay down or get up real quick. Woo! Just for
Oh, wow.
2 seconds. or
So
3 seconds.
when I work out, sometimes what's funny about that is that before the whole vertical thing, when I work out, I don't know if it was just a breathing thing or anything else, but sometimes I get these kind of dizziness,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know if that was just a part of it or not. But when my mom told me that she had that, my mom was not physical at all. She doesn't work out, so it's likely it's just a genetic thing.
I think the
Anything
dizziness
else?
you got from working out is one kind, and then that vertigo is something completely different.
Completely
I think it's
different. I
emotion
think it's-
oriented because it's like your
Well,
head is
If you're more
spinning on your
susceptible to
body.
it or
Well,
something.
because I was dealing with so much stress in my life, especially with divorce and everything,
Uh-huh.
and that the stress did not help.
So you think it was the stress
Yeah, dude, your
Likely.
your system is.
and the headbanging, the crystals in your ear?
Well, okay, so after the Epley maneuver and everything, I was able to function properly.
How do you spell that?
Epley, EPLEY.
Oh, EY.
After I finally got to the point where I'm getting straight and working just fine, I went back headbanging because I wanted to test to see if it is the headbang or not. I'm kind of curious because there are crystals in there and it's lost,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's a real thing.
But you know how hard I headbang.
Yeah.
You both know, and I've not had an incident since then.
Wow.
Yeah, I
So-
figure the headbanging, man. It's better. It's worse for your neck than it would be for like the crystals in your ear.
If anything else, it's actually strengthening
It's
my
both.
neck muscles than anything else.
I mean, your spine,
Well,
not
so
your muscles.
a couple years ago,
Spine
a
muscles.
couple years ago, when I had the whole, that nerve
Mm-hmm.
on my leg and everything, I did entire MRI my entire back, and the only thing I saw was basically a slight herniation on the thoracic, and that was not the cause of my entire issues at the time.
That's probably just
it was
posture.
no, it's not
No.
even posture. It's a lack of stretching because I was running so much.
Huh.
I was running so much that when I told the doctor and I was bragging about how much I was running, whatever, what a type of thing.
Well, that's what you
And then-
do. You don't
Yeah, I
run
know,
to
right?
just build yourself
You don't brag.
personally.
You don't
So-
brag about how much you stretch.
So yeah, exactly.
I go to the gym so I can post about it on Facebook.
And I didn't
Yeah.
tell him that. And then he asked about how much I stretch, and I was like, oh, a few seconds here and there. It's like, no, minimum a minute each.
I heard all you need to do
At
is
least.
2 minutes a week.
What do
You
you
heard wrong.
What do you
That's
think?
it.
I mean, what do you think? A lot of people love yoga. I mean, that
I don't.
Yeah.
No,
Other people.
Yeah, those other people can have their yoga.
yeah, I mean, that's why I believe in yoga and stretching now. That I have to do it because if I don't do it, it may aggravate it again, and
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that anymore. And that would suck because sitting in a 90 degree angle aggravated the fuck out of it.
Sitting at a 90-degree angle aggravated it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? Just sitting up straight. What do you talk? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like wrist, like right
like
now.
that's that fucks it up.
Right now, at that time, it aggravated it because I wasn't stretching, and so it
Oh,
was making the
that.
entire leg
Your
numb
leg
and
nerve.
pain.
Yes, yes. Okay, I thought you were talking
Numb
about your
pain.
thoracic back. I was like,
Yeah.
how is that?
No. The thoracic though situation. I was just giving you an example. I was just showing you what the MRI showed.
Ah, yes.
Because you were talking about the headbang, if it affected, the overall thing.
nothing.
There was nothing.
You're
on
a
it.
you're
There was
a
nothing
freak of
on the
nature,
cervical.
dude. Like, how do you got so lucky, man? Most people would be like just folded in half. Like, I
I don't
don't think
know.
I could headbang like you do. I do
Most people,
occasionally.
most
but-
people cannot headbang like me.
Yeah, no.
I'll be bragful about that It's
Yeah.
part because I grew up watching headbangers, especially metalheads.
So you just grew up headbanging, and you got that. You got
because-
basically a
because
metal spine.
The effect of it, the style and the music that goes behind it, and and they're going in beat with it. It's like I love it. I love it so much, and I just like next thing you know, I'm looking in a mirror like a 14-year-old with long hair.
That's crazy. I didn't know it could last that long. Vertigo.
I mean, some people have it worse than others. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But
I think
I'm,
of Arrested
I'm better
Development.
now. The only thing that sucks is that sometimes I still wake up being groggy. You know,
From the vertigo, or what do you mean?
it's probably because I'm being more aware of of my health and everything, that I'm probably now noticing that I'm just a little more groggy in the mornings. But that goes because of age.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You're
man,
so
like
old, dude.
if I can't even count the mornings that I don't feel groggy on like one hand. Like I can't even think. Like when's the last time I was like clear?
But
I ran out
Wait,
of
what?
pre-workout the other week, and so I've just been crashing this whole week.
You just drink,
'Cause I-
drink
yeah, I-
pre-workout all day.
I drink it like an
I ran
drink.
out and I just don't know how to just.
I
be
have no
awake.
self-control, guys. Like, so what happens is I wake up and I'm like, man, I want some coffee, I want some Red Bull, but I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to make anything. So I'm like, I got this pre-workout right here. I'll
You
just
do Red Bull with
smash it.
coffee?
or like
Or-
you
or-
want to
or-
But
I'm sorry.
yeah.
pour it in there, like instead of
Yeah,
milk. Instead of milk,
I mean,
Bull. Mix the
the
Red
point
Bull.
is
Dude,
caffeine,
that's-
so you might as well, right?
that's serious.
Yeah, well, it's bull testicle serum and
That's immediate heart
what's that
attack.
other stuff that keeps
That's
you from having a stroke.
bull caffeine.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Bull.
speaking of that, you're talking about pre-workout. That was one thing that I had was what's everyone's current workout routine?
Well, I have a 3-day thing that I've been trying to do. Man, I just do 1 day on, 1 day off. I just try to do chest. Oh, I've been thinking about doing this. I used to do a chest and triceps day, a back and biceps day, and a leg day, and then I would just do cardio every day. And I would do it. But I'm thinking of refining, instead of thinking of it as was it back, biceps, chest, triceps, push and pull. How genius is that?
Oh yeah,
Like a push day, a pull day.
I've never been a fan of chest and triceps, and back and biceps ever, because to me you're I'll do curls, but then if I want to do a pull up, my biceps are trash.
Yeah.
So I can't pull anymore.
See?
I know we're focusing on your back, but still you're engaging that secondary muscle, and I'm just not getting that same pull that I will on a normal day where I'm
And-
just doing back.
And that's why I never do biceps on curls. I always do it on pull-ups.
You do biceps doing pull-ups.
You don't
I don't curl.
you do no curls, no strict curls.
no straight curls.
Ooh.
I use and the reason I started doing that is because I remember Brian Alsher, YouTuber, strong fucking guy. He has huge fucking arms,
Yeah.
incredible physique, and he gets his bicep pump from and all his bicep
Just by body.
yeah by doing fucking weighted pull-ups.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing
if you're doing them like this, I mean it's the same thing. as
He's doing like a variations, yeah, variations of
well,
it.
Yeah.
think about it this
I'm just
way.
talking about I'd rather focus on wide.
I'm much more of an isolated guy. I do my compounds. You seem like more of a compound guy. Like, but I do my compounds, but I like to get that really isolated. I don't think you can get that without doing curls. Like just getting the one head and then like changing your angle. Like if you're sitting down and you can change where your thumb is. You know, I like to do over grip and under grip and
Yeah,
different
because
inside and outside.
you're always going to have it as a secondary muscle. You're never going to have it as your primary muscle. I mean, if you're pulling you're doing a pull up underhand pull up, and your hands are very close together, and you're trying to isolate your biceps, you'll probably get a really good bicep burn there, but still probably not going to be your primary muscle.
Yeah, it's
being
more of your
worked.
back doing the moving.
So I'm
The
saying
back
if you
is
want to really
super
focus,
important because I couldn't do a regular pull up for the longest time, so I would use those lat pull downs to build up. That.
I like to hang, and I also use my cables and do pull downs. Like I just did, like tricep pull downs.
Yeah.
Just with my lats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's how I do
If
it.
you do wide,
Yeah, and I just push them down, squeeze those oranges.
The way
Squeeze 'em.
the way I look at the gym is the way I look at the gym as far as working out and whatever is mostly about, just being overall in good health. But the more I started working out, the more I realized, why can't I do that? Why can't I do this? I always ask myself, why can't I do that?
it's 500-pound.
Sure, 500-pound
Bench
deadlift.
press.
Sure, bench press, whatever.
I saw that though the other day.
Running a simple mile. People will fucking scoff or whatever, be very fearful of even just walking a mile. But
My mom.
I mean, it sounds scary at first, but you don't have to be on a freaking treadmill. You probably want a nice scenery, and you can go to
I just
your
run on my elliptical.
yeah. You could walk around your local neighborhood and do a mile pretty easily. I don't care if it takes you fucking 20 minutes. Just get fucking out there.
It's a lot different going pavement than doing a machine, like even a treadmill. But I use elliptical for no impact. I got a bum knee, but
It all depends on everyone's health. But
Yeah.
I mean, walking is very simple for a lot of people. Most people.
Yeah, so for some people, just getting out of the freaking house is enough. Like you've made progress
A lot of people-
already by doing that.
A lot of people make a mistake of doing too much really quick, and they never go back.
Yep. It's all about
Yeah,
consistency.
and probably injuring
Exactly.
themselves too.
Yeah, because your body, I mean, your muscles can grow, but your joints can't. Like your joints have to really adapt.
My joints
your
grow.
your bones and your joints.
The fortunate thing about strength and gym is that you can do it anytime, at any age or whatever. Yeah. It's not your age is not really relevant at all.
the older you
Just-
get,
I
the more
wouldn't-
you should be doing it. I think.
I just wouldn't recommend taking pre-workout as like an 11-year-old, and
Oh God, no! I can't imagine how fucked up I am. How hard I'm crashing without it, and then I know what it like does to me. Like I use it almost like to be a robot. Like it kills my emotions. It like just makes me like just
Like
almost a
focus?
machine. Yeah, just helps
Okay.
me focus. It's weird.
Focus
It's like
machine.
Adderall. It's not like an energy drink. It's like Adderall.
Oh wow,
That's
okay,
fucking weird.
yeah, that is weird. It doesn't work. I don't have many pre-workouts that I feel like, yeah, this works. This feels great.
Yeah.
I know it works, but I go at what cost?
It's
feels
either
like it's
it's
evil.
either I feel almost nothing, or I feel like it's like a panic attack or something. Right? Like tingly and just itchy
Yeah.
and not. It's not a good thing. I don't like that.
I don't
That
have to get the
distracts
itch in
me.
a while.
Are you talking about pre-workouts like those supplements and shit like that?
Yeah.
I take C4.
I never do.
I do C4s, and there's
I-
like
I-
a couple different types
Yeah,
of C4s.
I've done
don't.
C-
I got away from that a long time ago.
I've done C4 once. It's like, yeah, I just get that jittery type of thing.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's
it didn't.
uneasy. I don't like.
I
that
heard
feeling.
creatine's pretty good.
Yeah, creatine's fine, but not for. I mean, not to be used as a pre-workout.
Yeah, typically the creatine is like a post-workout.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I'm
Well,
very.
they put creatine in the pre-workouts. It helps you like what metabolize stuff.
I just try to eat very. I just try to eat good and just like work on things I suck at.
Dude, that's the best way, man. You eat the frog, man. You just think about the worst thing that you know what's your weakest at,
Exactly.
and what
work
you
on
want to
it.
do, and then you just have to do it. You have to put the work in.
Focus.
There's no
Know what you're doing. Like I said, I mean, progress is progress. Making it out of the house, making it into the gym, or even if you have enough stuff at home, like I've been doing this year. I just started back at the gym last Sunday. I've gone every day since, but I've still done something every day. I think I have it written down in the kitchen on the board to hold
Okay.
myself accountable. It's like 8 days that I haven't, or 8 or 9 days that
I have a very good question about that. But first, I need to pee real bad.
Okay.
I'll be
Think
right
about your question while you
I know exactly what I need to. I already know what it is. It's related to that. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay, so wait, so we've got your routine
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. So we still need David's routine.
Yeah, we got it, man. That dude, he's had such progress. I'm so like proud of that dude.
Seems
375.
like he's got a lot of
Deadlift.
endurance. Yeah.
Dude, that was amazing.
I can't do that.
No.
I've never been a deadlift guy, but once I
love
started,
deadlifts. I can't.
I
That's
mean,
my favorite thing ever.
yeah.
Makes me feel like a fucking man.
Yeah. Watch me pick this up.
And then the deadlift, there's so much, there's so many
just scares me
rumors
now.
about it. Well, it's just, I think it's just misleading information. Like,
Sure.
a lot
I
of
mean,
people
I
are
could
like,
totally see
"Oh,
that."
don't do that; it'll fuck your back up."
Yeah, I'm just scared of it now because of how sensitive my back is. Like mowing the yard today fucked me up.
I think
Like,
if anything, you
I'm
should
in
do it
pain.
because your
pain
back
now.
is in pain.
It would be, I mean, really, I wouldn't do heavy weights. It would just be,
just
I
get
mean, like
strengthening
that's
that
the same
spinal
thing
muscle.
for squats. I don't do weighted squats at all anymore. Now I'm doing just body.
free body.
Yeah.
What do you say that? Just body weight. That's what it is. I tried that, but man, like for me, I feel like if I don't, I never feel like I do enough. Like
Yeah.
it's only sometimes that I'm really getting the zone when I'm at like 150%, and I can really attack it, and then I'm like, yeah, it was a fucking good workout. If it's not that, I'm like, I want to keep going. I want to keep doing
Okay.
more.
Yeah. As far as squats go, I always got discouraged. It's the same thing with squats and deadlifts. I didn't do squats for a long time
I
either. It
personally
was just
hate
all
them.
seated, press machines, not free weight squats. And then once I started that, I feel like I got a little traumatized because I would get excited and I felt really strong and I would do it, and then I obviously didn't stretch enough or something, and then I would get this cramp in the back of my thigh and it would hurt, and that ruined leg day for me. I did that a couple of times. And
Doing
I thought, fuck, man,
deadlifts?
I didn't think it was squats.
Squats
It's like I didn't.
in the back in your hamstring.
Yeah. Not like I pulled something. It was just like if I stayed.
a strain.
Yeah, it was strained, but it was enough to ruin the rest of the leg day because I couldn't, because it would start cramping up again. No matter what exercise I did, just utilizing that muscle, it would make it cramp.
My
So-
hamstrings are pretty tight normally.
But I mean, that's the only thing
squats,
I've
though,
ever
I've never gotten
experienced. Yeah, that's what I thought was weird.
I've
But
gotten that from deadlifts before.
I've gotten some weird situations with my hamstrings where it part felt like that. It's part because I didn't either properly stretch or did enough pre-workout dynamic stretching.
So you
type
do
of
need
thing.
pre-workout. Yep. You got to do enough pre-workout. You got to do more pre-workout so you don't hurt you.
Dynamic stretching.
Oh, is that what you said? Dynamic stretching. I must have misheard.
EQ dynamics.
People mention about like static stretching is basically elongated stretches.
Is that when you push it? You push it.
Honestly, I don't mind doing I do a hybrid of dynamic and static stretching before I even start working out. So
Hold on.
Hey, David.
What's dynamic stretching?
dynamic stretching, basically, I mean,
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
it's yoga. It's yoga. Let's put it that way.
Well, okay. Well, what do you mean by that? Like,
Stretching longer than 15 seconds, like stretching at like a lot. Well, I do static stretching after an intensive workout. So instead of my muscles feeling very tense, whatever after a workout, I need to be loose and everything, looser. So I do static stretching, meaning that
Quick stretching.
not quick stretching, long stretches.
thought you
static
said
means
long.
not moving. Dynamic means moving, typically.
Dynamic is a little quicker.
Oh, so
This is my
I
take
thought
on
you
it.
said it backwards a second ago. So dynamic is shorter.
Shorter.
Okay.
Shorter duration stretches.
Okay.
I thought a static stretch would be like touching your toes, hold it, right? Whereas like a dynamic stretch would be like a moving stretch, like a arm.
Like a
circle.
moving stretch, you can use a resistance band to move
Yeah.
to warm up your arms and everything to get working or your
So you're
legs.
moving
whatever.
like a dance warm up would be
you
like a
can,
dynamic
yeah.
stretching.
But like I mentioned earlier, I like doing a dynamic of both, or
I've really
a
only
mixture of
done
both.
static stretching. That's usually what I do.
I usually and see.
But I do a lot of this too. I can't do it in this chair, but yeah, I do
Yeah,
a
you
lot of this
can. You just did
side
it.
to side.
But
That feels good.
for intensive workout, static stretching, a minute stretching on each ligament, whatever.
2 minutes a
whatever
week.
it is. Like about almost
Maximum.
Max.
basically 10 minutes of stretching before you go home.
Oh my gosh, why would you want to do that to yourself? That's
Because
so much
I want to sleep comfortably.
Oh, he's got a good point. Yeah, I like
Also,
to sleep too.
stretching, I believe, helps to loosen and break up some of the fibers or whatever that can also promote stronger muscle growth.
I've always thought
possible
that's kind of
more
what
muscle
pre-workout
growth.
did. It's
I
like
don't-
it had all these things
have
that
no
were like
idea.
freeing the pores and
You got-
to absorb more of.
You got to remember too that I'm largely a runner, so I learned the dynamic and static stretching from running a lot. But I incorporate that in my gym workouts, especially with those Yeah, fucking deadlifts and squats and everything afterwards, and probably it had to do with the whole, the whole incident I had with my leg. So I learned from that as well.
What does your typical workout like? Like how long do you work out? And
I
how do
work.
you-
I work. It depends. It all depends. I do a mixture because
Do you start with your runs? Do you end with your runs?
here's the frustrating thing about this, Josh. I want to gain more muscle, but I love running.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, right?
That you can't do both at the same time. You could, but
Could.
I have to do less running in order to gain more muscle.
That makes sense.
And I
Right.
love going long distances.
I don't think so. I think you just need to eat more.
I do need to eat more, but eating more means more money to spend on food.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Would
but
that it would get
money's
you
no
less body
object.
fat, but you could gain more muscle?
You can still do it.
You can still do it. Sure, you could be cheap. You could do it. It's just I need to find a proper way and proper time and be
Yeah, it's
dedicated
more time, more
dedicated
money.
enough to do that.
I used to love just going.
I have to
and getting
want it a lot.
fruits, a whole basket of fruits, man, and just blend them up in my Ninja. Oh my god.
Oh, so before I went to use your urinal,
My urinal.
Your
Urinal.
urinal.
your custom urinal. Anyways, before I used your lovely bathroom, you had mentioned about working out X amount of days straight.
Oh hell yeah! What's your record, Rusty? Like 560?
I don't remember. I
Like
think it
200
was
something.
no.
So
I think it was 118 days.
No, it was more than that.
I don't remember if I made it longer than that. I remember that one specifically, but I don't remember if I,
I
beat
feel like
that.
you made it longer.
so help me understand the idea why is that possibly beneficial? It's just mostly just kind of like a number game or more like a bragging right? Because me personally, recovery is very important.
Because of you personally, you think
Well,
recovery's important.
no, I think
See, look at how big he is. It works. It has to work. No, I mean that's a good question.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It is a good question.
yeah,
People,
it's a great
recovery is very important, and people who want to achieve like their highest potential, sometimes they have to meet their recovery, good sleeping patterns,
yeah.
off days,
Yep.
and whatever. So when I see people, not only you, but it's also prevalent in online world and on social media and YouTube and everything. I wouldn't say they brag about it, but there is kind of like the thing of doing X amount of days of consecutive workouts. That went longer than normal.
Okay, so the number part of it is completely irrelevant.
Okay.
It's a mental. It's more mental for me because if I don't go every day, I miss 2 days, and then I'll go a day, and then before you know it, there's another day gone because I already missed a couple of days, last week. So not a big deal. I don't know. I don't know how that's not a big deal, but that's what it does to my mind. And as soon as I stop going every single day, it just completely tapers off.
I see.
And then I get frustrated completely, and I stop going completely.
I see.
And then getting back is the next mental struggle. Is I look like shit, feel like shit. Go back into the gym. Everyone's still there that was there when I left, and I look like shit. So I'll go and then feel like I lost so much strength and everything else, and I look chunky and all, whatever. It's just it's a pride thing, and then I get discouraged and I don't go back again for a while.
I see.
And it takes me a while to get back into that routine, and I fucking hate doing that. So if I'm doing something every day or trying my ass off to do something every day, that puts me in the right mental capacity to keep that momentum, keep going. But as far as recovery goes, I do 4 days. So we'll just say the first day is legs, and maybe I'll do abs, legs and abs. So, it's assisted sit-ups that I do for the most part if I'm going to the gym, which I'll end up doing anywhere from 200 to 500 sit-ups, just in different variations.
Wow.
But with the assisted,
Wow.
it's a lot easier. It sounds like a lot, but it's
Which machine is that?
just you just lie down and half of it comes up but you can use your arms to like hold the handles on the sides,
The couch.
and you're basically. I mean, you could use a lot of arm and back strength to pull yourself up.
Is it the
That's
one? Are you
just-
laying on your back?
Yes.
Okay,
But
think know.
I don't grab the bars or whatever. I'll just rest my arms on there, so I'm not relying on my arms and my hands. I'm not gripping onto it. I'm trying to use more of my core. But
There's another one. I'm thinking this is a different thing because I feel like this one is harder, but it's kind of the same thing, but it's a bar and it's a round, and I feel like it's harder because you have to like hold your. It's the same thing you're describing.
do you sit up?
No, but you're laying on your back, but you're kind of in a crunch position,
Okay.
and then you push.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I've seen
there's
seated
one
ones
that's
like that.
There's
It'll
a
move
seated
your
one, and there's one
legs.
that's move your legs too.
Yeah, it like crunches you together.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. I haven't
fucking
tried that.
hard. I think it's the leg thing. I think that's what I'm
I
thinking.
don't have that in my gym at all.
What were you?
Oh no! Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything, and much respect. I mean, everyone has to have their kind of like their little
Yeah, you gotta,
motivation and being consistent.
yeah, for sure.
And if that works,
I can't do
trick ourselves.
I can't do less than 4 days. I can't do like a 3-day routine. It doesn't work very well for recovery.
Give that
because I'll
extra
still
day
feel
for
it.
that muscle.
Once I
Yeah.
get back to, so like I was saying, I'll do legs. We'll just say main body groups. Legs the first day. The next day I'll do chest, and the next day is back and shoulders. Sometimes I'll incorporate shoulders either a little bit on chest day or the fourth day, which is arms, biceps and triceps. And once again, might throw abs in, whichever day that it'll fit in better if I have more time. But I used to do what Josh was saying earlier was the push and pull. I used to do back and chest when I like
super
superset. I superset almost everything
those
that I
are
do.
fun.
But
Those are
it's
fun.
not necessarily just a push pull, but I'll superset anything that I possibly can just to get through. I'm not in the gym more than 30 minutes.
Because
Damn.
you keep it high intensive.
Yes.
So-
I don't rest very much.
And it's funny because I like the high intensity stuff, but that's what I like about kettlebells.
Yeah.
I use kettlebells.
I need to get one of
a lot.
those.
I only get a good workout if I can go full intensity, which requires me to like kind of go slow. Like I don't know, I get a good cardio. Like I can, yeah. I mean,
It
there's
depends what
definitely
you,
a
yeah,
balance.
it definitely depends what you want. I mean, I also want to like deadlift as much as I can, so
It
that
depends
takes
on your
time.
body and your diet too, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
I work out in my garage too, so I think another thing is the heat.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
that's another reason why I'm starting to go to the gym too. I mean, because I'm doing, like I said, I've been
I go too fast, man. But this you run out in
the everyday thing for me this year so far has been that resolution that I made, doing 50 push-ups a day, at least 5 strict pull-ups, curls. I just have this list that I've done in the garage, and like I said, I've missed, I don't know what it is, 8-10 days or something this year
You
so
said
far.
50 pull-ups or 50 push-ups?
50 push-ups.
Okay.
oh my god, yeah, 50
so-
pull-ups would be insane.
So
I can
now
do
that I'm
7.
going back to the gym, I'm not doing those strict things. I'll if I can, I'll throw some stuff in or whatever. But
Have you thought of doing like the Murph contest?
Is that like when you do a push-up and then you jump up and do a
You
quick
do-
jumping jack?
Murphy,
Murph.
A burpee?
Okay, here's a Murph workout: 1 mile run, followed by 100 pull-ups,
not doing it.
200 push-ups, and 300 weighted squats.
Jesus
And-
Christ.
yeah.
That's
300
That's
squats.
the thing. That's the thing.
That kind of workout makes me feel horrible.
I'm terrible at pull-ups. That's why I only have 5 my minimum. But it's still, like when I first started this year, it was like 1.5, 2, okay, maybe 2.5, and then 3. So it, yeah.
Yes.
As far as like really strict, I'm talking all the way down,
Yeah.
all the way up,
Yeah.
That's
all
how
the way
mine
down,
is. It's
wide.
not high
I've only-
numbers at all.
It's only been this year that I've actually been going wide and doing
I've always
that.
gone wide. When you guys were doing the close grip underhand, I'm not as good at those.
That's how
I
I
had to go
started
wide.
first, and then I eventually got wider and wider over
I
time.
mean, not
but
like wide, but shoulder width. That's my normal thing.
now I got to add weight.
Damn.
Do it.
Mm-mm. I'm not there. How many can you do unweighted? Like
Unweighted?
like without where stop.
I mean, I always go by 5 reps each set that I do.
Okay.
How many sets can I do? I don't know. I have to test that
Too
out.
many.
I could probably do 3 sets of 5.
It's too many. You gotta get that down.
As soon as we get done here, let's go see what we got.
Oh my god. Okay.
Today was leg day for
Let
me.
drink
so,
more of this. Oh, so you're
so
good. So
my
you're
back
to
is
go.
good.
Can I brag a little?
Yes.
So
Show me your trophy.
Put it
it's on my Facebook account. You can see the video. I was feeling good the day I was doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
And I hit 370 on the hex bar.
Oh shit.
And I was pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah.
And I weigh 157, which I did not expect to be that light.
Dude, that's amazing.
So pretty happy about that.
Tell me
Oh,
about the
yeah.
hex bar.
The hex bar?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
I mean, I saw it, but like, what is it better or like how does it
It's
differ?
better in the sense that you don't have to worry about like your center of gravity. You don't have to worry about too much as far as technique, especially on a straight bar.
Oh, so you can just push straight up off the earth.
Yeah, you can
You
push.
don't have to
yeah,
think about leaning forward or backward.
exactly.
I always have like a little bit of
Oh.
anxiety with my shins too. It's part of it, but
It's part of it.
I
yeah.
still, it just like the mental part of blocking that out. I
Oh,
can't-
yeah.
I can't, so
That-
I can't get past that.
That took me a while. That did took me a while. Then I started to wear jeans, like the athletic jeans from
Yeah.
Levi's, whatever. That made a big difference, especially in like the cold weather, because my gym does not have any heater or air conditioning. So I work out whatever condition
in
it
the
is.
elements.
Damn.
Yeah, but at least you have some open. I'm thinking of my garage. My garage door is broken, so I have no airflow.
Oh,
It's
I
just
mean,
a
at what
hot
point-
the
garage.
doors are open. That's
but
for sure.
no, I mean it's
The
a
garage doors.
serious thing though. I mean, heat strokes, man.
Dude, hydration.
Is that
Hydration,
enough?
just fucking deal
Hydration.
with it, bro.
Hydration. The fucking original Metroflex in Arlington. Ronnie motherfucking Coleman. 7-time was it Olympian champion.
Yeah, I
Ah,
believe
yeah,
so.
Dude.
that's true. You just gotta be
And,
tough.
and if you never been at the fucking Metroflex in Addison, that place is fucking dusty as hell. There's 45s everywhere. Everywhere.
I love it.
Squat racks, I mean, but champions are built from there.
Yep. Damn.
Champions. It still is open, still is rusty as fuck. It still is awesome. And
Just
they're all
gotta
over the
be
nation
good.
now.
No shit.
And
Yeah,
they're
you're right.
independently
You're right,
owned.
David.
Independently owned by
No excuse.
you know owners for each place.
What are the warning signs of a heat stroke?
You fall over
You
and
just pass
Yeah.
out and
curl
you
up
wake
in the
up in
fetal
the hospital.
position. I don't know, man. I think you do just pass out. I want to say.
I feel like I've almost had a heat stroke before. I quit a
like I
job
have
because
too.
of that one time, but I don't know. I don't want to like find out. Like what's
Happens
that
to me
like?
in the summer when I mow.
Happens
I
to
get
you
about
when you
I get
mow?
about halfway through, and it's like I think I might faint if I don't stop for a second and get
Dude.
some water.
Every time I work in the yard, it's like I get manic. And I'm out there. I'm like, progress. This is great. I'm pulling up shit, I'm getting shit done, and then I'm like, I gotta eat. And I'm like, I'll eat in a minute.
I'll eat
I'll be
tomorrow.
done in 20 minutes. And then 4 hours later, I'm like completely exhausted, completely like shaking.
Yeah, yeah, that's scary.
That's
just
fucking-
very very depleted.
yeah, completely drained. And then I gotta
Completely
heal
depleted.
from it. And then I'm all sneezing because I got shit in my nose. If you don't blow your nose out, I woke up the next morning and I blew my nose. Like, oh damn, I fucked up.
Shit.
And then I'm stopped up for the next 2 days straight. Yeah, no fighting that. Gotta take an allergy pill right then. Fuck. Where's the
Dude,
Zyrtec?
I'm stopped up every single day for all my life.
That's right. Yeah, don't you have like a closed nose?
Oh,
I wish-
the way
I
the way
base-
it looks right now is
Yeah, that's
really
great.
irritating.
I wish that I could just jam some straw,
Oh,
like
oh,
metal
okay.
straws up there,
You gotta get one.
and then I could actually
Oh my God.
breathe.
You just
Oh, it's
have you ever
perfect.
sit in front of a fan and just That's the thumbnail for this podcast.
Actually, yeah. Send that to me, please.
I'll send it to you.
That's great.
Actually, I have a question. Or no, if you wanted to go ahead.
Go ahead, ask your question. Yes.
Whenever you add new people to your phone as contacts, do you give that person a unique name?
Poo-poo head.
Dick
of
one,
how you
dick
met-
two, dick
Right.
three.
Sure. Yeah.
Red-haired guy sitting at the table.
Sure.
No, I just make sure that any chicks I have their numbers, I just name them boy names.
Boy names?
I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
There's some truth into that, right? I'm sure there is.
No, there's none. There's none.
I've-
I was
I've-
I was being
I
extreme.
might have known some people like that before.
That's terrible.
I
I wouldn't
do that.
remember who it is.
Because Rusty,
That's
I
stupid.
still have you in my contacts, but I never actually finished your name. And
just
in part
Rust?
because it's Rust.
Just Russ.
Just Rust.
That's great.
and like I have a few others in here. It's like okay. I remember for Color of Home with Joe, the bass player, I named him as Joe Not Jacob.
Okay.
And then James the drummer is James Not Joe.
Joe, not Jacob.
because I'm
James.
terrible with names.
James, not Joe. I name just all my groups are like the name of the band that they're in. Like so, everyone in my company is their name, the full name, and then intensity.
Yeah, right.
And so then that way I can just enter in anything. I just go through they're all grouped like whatever bands like 30 Chemists, Design of Destiny. I imagine that you, Ryan, Tyler. I mean, I'm sure you guys all have Design of Destiny after your names. But I don't know. I mean, we're all closer, so there's a chance that maybe not. It might just be your name.
Maybe.
You know what? I've known of a couple Josh Johnsons. A couple. Haven't met them
Oh, I have
personally.
one that comes up in my ad, like friends, people you may know on Facebook. I see Josh Johnson, the name, and I look at the picture and I'm like, that's not Josh.
It's not me.
Do you feel
Dude,
offended?
fuck
Imposter.
Not at all. But my point was that I've never met or heard of a John Johnson.
John.
Who has
John
that
John.
name? Yeah, John.
There's a John
That's
John
a
out there.
terrible name. I mean, mine's pretty bad, Josh. Like, yeah, I get it. But
Yours is Joe John.
I've
Or
I knew
JJ.
Steve
I-
Stevens.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Steve Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But that's like pretty
about-
regal.
what
You know,
about William
Steve
Williams?
Stevens. Bill Williams.
Okay, so I have a question.
I have an answer.
Who wants it first?
I want it
Because it's
first.
going to be.
I want
the
it
same-
first.
It's going to be the same question.
How do we receive it?
I don't even care. I'll take it.
Open
You
up.
just tell me what to do.
Okay, so what is one thing on your bucket list if you have one?
Pilot's license. Holy shit! I've been thinking about this a lot lately. It's so expensive.
Wow.
I so want to fly. Like,
Okay, okay.
That is it. I mean, that's about as simple and as direct as
Yeah.
it gets, man. Yeah. We were talking about it the other day. God, I want to fly, man. I want to be able to go to an airport, just charter,
Just
a
knock on the
jet,
door and say,
then
"I'm Josh Johnson. I can fly."
go into fucking I don't know. Pull up my jet. Got my backpack. got my glasses. I'm ready to go. There we go. Passport. You don't even need a passport. You just fly wherever. You're good. Or do you?
Wow, they're getting loud in there.
Yeah.
Can you hear them, guys?
I can hear them a lot.
I heard them just a second ago. Pilot's license.
Okay, so that's cool.
I have a few, but it's mostly kind of like small things.
Oh hell yeah!
But I mean, like they're more going to be things that's obtainable here in the future that I want
Sure.
to do. Like one is
Saying that me flying isn't attainable. Is that what you're trying to say?
Gotcha.
How about that?
God
what
damn
you,
it.
what you got? Now, of course, we're gonna
Uh,
achieve our dreams.
Rent a Ferrari or Lamborghini.
Oh, okay.
Shit, okay.
Go to Japan. That's a big one.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
Go to
Yeah,
Japan. I'm
yeah.
planning on doing
I-
that for 2020.
I want to do that as well.
Nice.
Traveling is a big part of mine.
Big.
Yeah.
See Emperor Alive. I need to fucking see Emperor Alive.
Are they still playing?
They're still playing. They're playing fucking Mexico.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still. I thought Isan was doing.
He's doing his solo stuff,
But
but
that's not taken away?
Emperor is just doing it for like just the touring, money situation. I don't fucking.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
they're so dude. They started when they were 18 years old.
Yeah, they've been around since the beginning
Of time.
of time, since the dinosaurs
The time.
roar. Trying to think of a Emperor song.
I am the
You
Black
know,
Wizard.
That one. That's the good one.
The Prometheus album is awesome.
Mm,
I love that album. That's why I'm into them. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, what about that movie, Prometheus?
I enjoyed it.
I
Isn't
loved
it
it.
about that
I enjoyed
caveman
it.
that's friends with that alien?
Yep. Is that Shrek?
I heard there wasn't a single alien in the thing.
There was an alien thing there.
There wasn't.
There was.
There
In
was.
Prometheus?
In Prometheus.
Yeah, there was.
There was? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the very end.
Okay. Just at the very end.
Yeah,
Man,
that was
ain't
like
enough. I need
the
more aliens.
that
in
was
my
the
life.
leading to the next.
I love the storyline more than anything else. I mean, I loved
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was great.
I enjoyed the original Aliens too, but there was a nice difference in this story that happened before the first movies that came out.
I really disliked how, like, I love the first one, and then it went in that weird kind of dystopian. I don't know, like too industrial, I guess. Like everything was too like really robotic, and it was all based around those
Literally.
like the coal plant, and they all shaved their heads.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. And then the baby making. That's what it's all about, the baby making.
Yeah.
It's all like, oh, we need this human girl. We gotta incubate. And then there was the skull. The skull alien. Was that Resurrection?
Scolian.
Yeah, it was like the yellow baby alien.
Oh man, I don't even know.
And it was like a xenomorph, but he had like a human skull.
What the
The baby was
fart?
gold, and they blew him up.
We
Wait,
are
I don't-
we
are
are
you making
great
this up?
source of cinema over here.
Me, a great source of cinema.
No, we are.
Oh yeah,
I
you
just-
guys
Sarcastically,
are.
sarcastically.
Yeah, you guys are.
I haven't seen those movies in a long time.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for Gandalf to eat those xenomorphs.
to eat them. Grill them up. If you were going to cook a xenomorph, like if you were starving. What are so they're aliens, right? So they're slimy like
Xenomorphs.
dick monsters, pretty much with detachable jaws. If you were to like survival situation, you're out in space, xenomorph, you got a bow and arrow, you got laser gun, whatever. You kill the xenomorph. You're fucking hungry as shit. Can you eat the xenomorph?
No,
It's
it's got
blood has acid in it.
What if you cook the acid?
Can't. Well, you could. You could neutralize it. You could cook the flesh. Or is it flesh or is it like a shell? It's like a carapace.
I feel like it would be like a lobster or something, right?
You
Like
can't
a
eat it.
crustacean.
Oh, like a I don't know.
Except you crack it open and die because it just all squirts acid right in your eyeballs.
Well, you'd have to crack it open with gloves on and goggles.
No eyes.
You ever been worried
Every freaking day.
that you'll sneeze
Every
and your-
freaking day.
and your eyeball will pop out?
Just like a little bit.
Yeah, just like oh shit.
One just gets stuck out a little bit further than the other
You
one.
gotta pop it back in. You have to fucking pop it back in.
Yeah, you have
There you
to
go, sir.
actually you close your eyelid and you kind of
Oh,
Pop it back
yikes!
in.
Just slap it a little bit.
oh, you got a big tug on that one, ladies.
I love tugging.
Okay,
Speaking of ladies,
give me 1 second. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I do like the ladies.
That was actually going to tie into what I was going to ask you, David. How has divorce changed or shaped your just general outlook on life? Has it really like changed your daily interests or motivations or?
everyone's different. I know you've been through a divorce, so I can only give my perspective as
Sure.
far as how I feel right now. To give you a background, I was married I was with this person for 13 years. Significant amount of time, and I was probably 22 when I met her. So we were both pretty young. I'd never been alone.
Right.
There's always been someone,
yeah.
a family member or a girlfriend or whatever type of thing. So being alone was a very difficult thing to accept and to get used to. Now I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I would have to say the exact same for me. I've always been with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and being on my own was very scary at first.
Yeah.
and kind of sad. This could have been a completely different story for me if I did not have a dog to lean on.
And for me, we have two dogs, and they were the first two dogs I actually really grew attached to. But they weren't my dogs.
Damn.
See, if that were the case, like if it wasn't as cordial and mutual and like a true even split, I don't know. That would have been much tougher.
It was really tough. So it took a while. It took a long time to really get in the right mind space. And there's been many times where I've talked to other people with other girls or whatever type of thing, and I've probably because it's just growing pains, whatever type of thing. That you make some weird comments or mistakes and saying things, and your actions is questionable. You mean the best for whatever, but you're just not in the right mindset at all.
Right.
And choices were made. One thing I know for sure that I was happy about during this whole process is I didn't rely on alcohol or anything like that.
That's good.
Wow.
In some ways, I wanted to feel the pain.
You're a masochist.
I guess so.
It's gross.
Trying to understand in the situation.
Right.
Trying to
be clear-headed about it too.
Be clear-headed about it.
Great. I was not that way.
No?
Everyone's different.
We could talk about that.
Everyone's different. But for me, even running, which was my therapy, to rethink about my process, to be calm, to strategize my next maneuver properly in life in general. In this situation, it wasn't a therapy anymore. It was pure fucking rage. And then it became fear. And especially the point where the divorce papers were underway.
Right.
And you have to take care of it. And there's, you have to
It's
take
real.
care of it. It's real. I remember one time I was running, just trying to feel something, to release something, to make myself feel calmer. And the only thing I could think of is, please don't take the dogs away. Please don't take the dogs away. And I broke down. I broke down in that situation, couldn't handle it,
Yeah.
and walk home. With no resolution, with no answer.
Right.
Just constant speculation.
Yeah.
And it fucking fucks the mind. But this entire process was hard. At the same time, too, once the divorce papers were done, there was an immediate, weight off my shoulders. But what I did not expect, the amount of support from friends, from family, and me accepting the fact that I have to search for that help. Well, I was reluctant to even find any help, to ask for any help.
Yeah.
Until that one breakdown moment.
Right.
It exceeded to the point where I need someone. And I had to reach out. And I didn't realize how much people cared. I made extremes in my mind, which I'd never done before. I assumed that probably I wasn't worth anything.
Right.
No.
It's it's a huge time for self-reflection and self-realization, and really you really find yourself. Like if you've gone through something like you have, I feel like what I have, where you are really 100% in with this, and it just doesn't work out, and both of our, I don't know the details of your situation, but it wasn't my decision. It wasn't something I wanted to do. So that was I had to deal with that. I had to understand that it's not my decision either way. It's two people. I feel like I'm not going to force you to stay. So if that's what you want, that's what makes you happy, or what's needed to make you happy, then
if one person doesn't want it, then there's no way it can work.
Yeah, because if you do force, then there's going to be resentment somewhere later. It's just I don't know. It's not a good situation. But anyway,
It's strength that you can get though, like on the other side of that, the character building.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Once you get through all that, and you realize who you are and what you're capable of, it's like a rebirth.
What's funny is that the rebirth happened like probably before I went to San Francisco finally to fulfill that goal. So when I was hanging out with a person that mutual friends with, and I remember talking to her, and she had reminded me of a story of a talk we had years ago, and I was trying to motivate her to have a good life and everything, work on your school, work or whatever type of thing. And when she told me that she felt motivated and inspired by, that talk, it made me realize, where was I? Where was that person? And then I had a talk with another gentleman at Whole Foods, and he was just asking me about anything workout related. And I had my own personal takes on it, and, the mindset and, the commitment behind that. And it just sparked that conversation I had with my friend. And that whole thing is like, there's something that's actually sparking my interest of now what I want to do going forward with my life.
I think that's the only way you can, is to like go through the most, like, what's the worst thing you can think of that could happen to you? That's probably one of them. Like, I mean, your absolute nightmare, right? If you live it, you go through it.
Right. And so I know what to do.
Yeah.
I know where my goal is now, and I want to be better at try to be an inspiration for other people, share my feelings, share my thoughts, share special moments like right now. And I appreciate anyone who asks me any questions, as most people love to be a part of anything that they can contribute to.
Sure.
If they enjoy it, of course,
Yeah.
That's it. You got to do what you want to do. What you enjoy, what gives you fulfillment.
Yeah.
And then now you can put yourself in a situation you never thought you'd be in.
And working out is my thing. Playing guitar is my thing.
That's awesome.
So, I'm going to expand on both sides, wherever that leads. There's an industry for a lot of things, and those related to those
definitely.
two different extremes.
Dude.
Have you seen those arm blasters?
Yes.
Arm
Those are
blast.
pretty
I haven't
cool.
tried them.
What are you talking
but
about?
Yes.
Tell me.
It's kind of like a plastic piece that has a huge, large dimple or indentation, whatever type of thing, and you put your arms on there, and it keeps your
So it's like a chest plate that extends under your triceps, so your arms can't go back further than straight with your back.
and isolated.
So it gives you the isolated curls.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. How do you use it? You push it against
It's hooked on your chest, across your chest. It's one solid piece that comes across.
How do you get it on?
You just put it on your chest.
You snap at
And
the
then-
back or whatever?
You can just put it on like this. It just
It just hooks.
Yeah.
And then you hold it with
Yeah.
your armpits.
You're using your arms to hold it.
What did I call it now? I just have a
I don't
completely
know.
fucking something blast. I just said
Arm
it.
blaster.
Arm blaster.
Arm blast.
Sand
It was arm
blaster.
blast.
Arm.
God, I'm so forgetful. Yeah, it looks like
There's
that.
dogs barking.
Like it goes behind it. It's like you put it around your neck.
Okay. That looks cool as hell. Because that hangs off your neck. That's badass.
For those not actually
I'd like to
seeing
get
this,
that. Yeah. We need to do a video too.
They're looking at a
Put this
photo.
on YouTube. YouTube wouldn't charge you for space.
MySpace would.
Yeah, well, you don't. What? MySpace? What are you?
What
When's
are
the last
you
time you've
talking
been on
about?
MySpace? Dude, my old profile doesn't even exist
Dude,
anymore.
I'm
It's-
sure mine still does somewhere.
I still have one.
No, I
One of
mean,
the-
it's there, but like there's it's reformatted. It's a blank page.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zanga doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
I forgot about
Do you
that.
remember Zanga?
I remember saying that, but I never actually used it. But
Oh, shit, man.
that was the thing.
Yeah, I was on it.
Tumblr,
Stupid.
unfortunately, is gone.
Tumblr,
Is it really?
is it gone? Or
Well, ever since they pull off porn,
yeah, dude.
Oh, they
That's the
actually
only
did that?
reason I use Tumblr.
they
In
did
my,
that. Well, I don't know if they actually brought it back, but that was a big thing. Like most of the
Yeah.
business was
I
porn.
saw a lot of
dude,
people
some of the
talking about
best.
that.
That's
I
Tumblr.
saw some
had
great
a
fucking
soft spot.
GIF.
gift
Yes,
jiffies.
it had the best.
The best
Gifs.
gift tit gift shit.
Oh, hey, actually, what do you think it is? This is gonna outrage listeners.
I don't.
but it's actually GIF. Like it legit is. Like the creator of it said it is.
No.
Yes.
No, I thought he said.
You don't say
Wait, oh, no, no.
giraffe.
I'm thinking.
You say
I'm
giraffe.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
Yeah.
the complete opposite of what you just said. Yes.
Andrew.
Yes. We say.
Andrew.
We say GIF. But
Come here. No, come here.
Andrew.
Is
Okay,
it-
so we have a celebrity. We have Andrew Patterson here today. He just walked in. Hey, you probably know this.
No, I don't.
GIF. What's
How does it pronounce?
what is the what
How
is
do
it,
you
what
say
does
it?
it stand
wait,
for?
Wait. How do you pronounce it first?
What does it stand for?
I can't tell you that.
I thought you knew. Damn.
Graphical
Interface
information.
file.
Fuck. Yeah.
Format.
Format.
Graphical interface format.
It'd be GIF though, right?
The
Wow.
the originator said GIF.
GIF.
Really?
GIF.
No, I
it's GIF.
feel like it was GIF, and I thought
it's
that it
GIF.
was because it was like the G was for
Yeah,
But
because I
we all
extremely
know-
disagree
like
with
We
that.
all-
like general.
But
like
we
a
all,
G,
but we
G,
all
G,
know, but we all know that GIF is GIF.
Yeah, but I know
Peanut
that
butter.
4
Peanut
weeks
butter.
ago I made a $20 bet about this and I lost
Oh,
because of
shit.
it. Like it's the creative.
So someone has
It's-
done research.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid. The English language is weird. We have 222. The number
222.
222.
Like a tutu?
The number- the number-
and then
the number-
COO.
The Noom Dumber.
222.
I don't understand what's
Like
happening.
and
We got,
tutus.
and we got
also have
there,
tutus.
there.
So is it like a tutu? Like someone's wearing a tutu, comma 2, like as well? A tutu too.
where? When?
All right, so we're approaching the end of the evening here because
The 11th
people
hour?
are here and my stomach is growling, and I feel like we should maybe be social.
We totally missed the fireworks.
because this is
No, they start at 9:30.
this is America's birthday, and we celebrate.
Oh, we're gonna watch it on TV.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
brother.
they on
Yes.
TV? No, the Boomtown.
Okay.
Doesn't
Boomtown?
that start at 9:30?
.com.
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Kaboom
all
time,
all the
buddy.
hubbub.
All right,
I
guys.
got a
well,
kaboom in my pants right now.
Oh, David.
Bubba. All right, thanks for joining us on this. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And
You know, and
if you're playing with fireworks, play with them right. Don't put them in your mouth. Don't put them in your kids' hands. And it's not funny because it's going to blow up and it's going to be a bad situation. You don't want that. So please
don't put them on your
Pay
kids' hands.
pay attention to your freaking kids.
Visit me on hashtag sploosh my tooge.
Wait,
Splooge my tooge.
So we'll see you next year. All right, bye bye.
That was fantastic. You need an outro, dude. I don't know why I'm still speaking in the mic. But, you need an outro, and then that'll be even more efficient.
Rusty's Escape Pod.